Hey guys, welcome to our podcast. I'm Bailey and I'm here with my friend Catherine. We're going to
Hi.
talk about autism, raising awareness, breaking down stereotypes, and having honest conversations that matter. We're going to do a little interview with my friend here, Catherine. Her son is 5 and he has autism. Say hi.
Hi.
um, so I'm just going to ask you a few questions and yeah. From your perspective, what do you think some of the earliest signs of autism are that can appear in infants from 6 to 18 months?
Just in my experience, and I was in complete avoidance at first, denial, even, but eye tracking, like not wanting to make eye contact, um, flappy hands, tippy toes, which they often can be missed because, sometimes, I mean, sometimes other children do it too. It's not a not normal type of deal, but it is very much associated, so it's
Yeah.
easy to kind of miss that kind of thing. But every kid's different, so there's going to be different signs, but those and were the most prevalent for me in our situation.
And my little Jeffrey, I
Jeffrey,
love him.
my little sunshine.
He is a little sunshine. He's great. Um, why do you think early identification is so important, especially like before a child's talking?
And that's one I'm 100% passionate about. Because we were able to get him into speech therapy before he was 3 years old. He was like 2.5. And just being able to see it all, get it, figured out so early, it just paves the way for so much progression in the future of them being able to just survive in this world a little easier. Because he went from nonverbal when he was 2.5 to he's speaking whole sentences now at 5 and can tell me his needs. And I think that is really a product of being diagnosed early and getting speech intervention, getting special education on board, and getting all these therapies he needs. Because without that, I mean, would have just been winging it and praying.
Yeah, and I mean, I got to watch him in therapy, and I remember when he was nonverbal. It's amazing how far he's came,
100%.
and he's so smart. Reading, he read me a book, and it was just the sweetest thing.
Those therapists, they're undervalued, I swear.
They're
Like, they work miracles.
they're amazing. I loved meeting Coco and getting to spend some time with her.
I can't sing her praises enough.
Okay, what are some simple strategies parents can use to support sensory needs?
Repeat that.
What are some simple strategies that parents or caregivers can use to support sensory needs?
And that, see, that's a difficult question because every child is going to be different with their sensory needs. So the accommodations just kind of have to be different. Like with Jeffrey, he has echolalia, so his sensory needs are more audible. So therefore he likes singing songs. So I put on simple songs for him, and that he could be upset and simple songs comes on or Miss Rachel, things that he knows that he's listened to, that it just kind of fills an audible need for him where he can sit there and repeat it. And like he'll run up to me and repeat lines from these shows, and he likes for me to repeat them back. And just playing that game with them, sometimes it just makes them so happy. But it's also helping on their speech side too, because they're going to use these words that they're repeating to later form sentences of their own. So it's like building blocks, but it's also fulfilling sensory needs. But
Yeah.
that's just from our side of the situation kind of thing, because it could be different for somebody else. You know, their kid needs to fidget, or so they need a fidget spinner or something that crackles and makes noise, or
Yeah.
you know, maybe a spinny chair. You know, all those kind of little fun sensory need things. But ours is audible.
Yeah. I mean, every autistic child is different. So that question could be kind of like widespread. Um,
Very.
what is a small adjustment that you think could make a big difference for an autistic child?
Um, on the terms of like when I hear that question, I think of Jeffrey being nonverbal. So one of the coolest things I've ever seen done for a kid, and I wish I would have known this whenever he was younger because I would have started this. And I don't so much more need it now, but um, with their needs and being nonverbal, pictures, like little picture magnets on the fridge of different foods they like, or different activities they like doing, or
Um,
you know,
yeah,
stuff like
I
that, so they
like
can
that.
go and point to it or take your hand and put it on it, so they can tell you their needs without having to actually tell you
Like
their needs.
verbally tell you their
Yeah,
needs without. Yeah. Okay.
exactly, because it's such a struggle for them, and that'll help aid, and it'll also help on the speech aspect too, especially if you're saying the word when they're pointing to it, so that way they become more familiar with that and what it's attached to.
Yeah. I I like that. I like that a
I
lot.
think it's cool.
That is
I
yeah.
was like, when I saw it, I was like, I needed that.
Yeah, that is cool. Um, so in my research, I learned that there's a lot of discussion going around about autism being on the rise. What are your thoughts on that?
It's just, I mean, I think internet, social media, news, all that kind of plays a role in that, where it's just more seen than it used to be.
Yeah, that's
And
also what I was thinking. Like, I feel like with the use of the internet now versus years and years ago, like it's more out there than it used to be. Like, and
100%.
there's more awareness being raised around it than there used to be.
Yeah, they know more about it now. They understand it a little better. They developed the quote unquote label for it, just like other things in the world, but because they couldn't do that for a long time because they didn't really understand it either.
Yeah.
And then once they did, well, here comes the conversation about it. I'm glad it is though. It needs to be for sure.
Yeah, there definitely needs to be conversation about it. And the conversation around autism, I feel like it's definitely changed over time, like in terms of people like accepting and like understanding it.
Yeah, there's definitely more of an accommodation for it.
Yeah.
Where before like I was saying, they didn't really recognize it as anything specific, I guess. I mean, I don't know how to say that. Like,
I get what you're saying. I get you. I get you. um, so we're gonna close this off with just two more questions, and these are more personal questions. What is something you wish more people understood about autism?
that every single child with autism is different. That, you know, I mean, they're their own little people. You got to let them teach you. They think differently than we do. Like their mind is just so much broader and wider, and just they're amazing little people.
They are. Yes,
I
they
say
are.
little people because it's Jeffrey, but
Yeah.
they're just amazing people in general. I mean, some of these autistic people, I mean, they have superpowers. They really do. The
I know.
amount of special skills I have seen raising Jeffrey and just getting to know the autism side of the world is just, oh my gosh. It's amazing. I just want to
Yeah.
be in their head for like 30 seconds. I
I
don't know. I
know.
don't even know if I could handle it. Everything would just be just amazing.
Yeah, Jeffrey is. He's great. Like,
My little math whiz.
yeah, and like
And he's
the
just so live his best life all the time.
all the time, dude.
Yep,
He's
just
always just
smiling.
so happy. He looks at me, he goes, "Hey, Bailey." And I'll be like,
Yes.
"Hey, Jeffrey." He'll be like, "I love you, Bailey." And I'm like, "Okay, just stop because my heart can't take this."
And it's so much of that all the time. He's such a sweetie. I love it. I'm
Yes.
so blessed.
Yes. So my last question. For parents who are just beginning the journey, what would you want them to hear?
Oh, it's gonna be all right. Like, don't sweat the paperwork too much. You're gonna have to fill it out probably 10 different times. The questions freaking suck. They get you in your feelings. Just realize that what you're putting on that paperwork is not what it's gonna be. They're gonna grow, they're gonna bloom, they're gonna teach you so much. Like, you're gonna love it. Don't let the paperwork upset you or make you scared. I mean, I'm glad I could say that out loud. I'm not gonna lie, because I don't think I've ever actually been able to tell somebody that. Because
Well,
that paperwork crushed me. But look at us now. Like, we love it. It's beautiful. It's such a wonderful journey. Like,
yeah,
don't miss it. Don't let the paperwork get you messed up.
yeah,
Don't focus on that. Just focus on your journey with your child,
yeah.
because it's going to be beautiful.
And it definitely has been.
It has. Beyond.
All right. Well, thank you so much for
You're,
answering all of my questions.
you're
And
welcome.
thank you everyone for listening. I hope everyone learned something from this and has a good takeaway from it. Um Bye.